again. Welcome once again to our lives. This time we are doing our live. We're having our live on Facebook, not on Instagram. Last week we had a small prank from Instagram. We couldn't connect that well with our guests. So this week we decided to try out Facebook, and let's see if it works. Today we have. Special guest again. We have someone that is vital for any foreign, regardless of if it is a tourist or a digital nomad or a remote worker or even an enterprise, an entrepreneur that wants to come to Madeira and work from here, needs to have as a contact. Her name is Tânia Castro. She is the founder and CEO of TPMC Madeira. She is the best connection to get all the information and details, all the nitty-gritty that most foreign people need to have when they want to establish themselves in Madeira, even if it is for 2 or 3 months. She knows all about it. She's going to be here with us. So if you feel that this is a live with a very important content, please share with your friends. Be free to share it, and we are certain that today we are going to leave this live in a more richer way. Tânia Castro is also going to be present. She's also one of our speakers on our Madeira Web Summit 2023, the Digital Nomad Edition. So she's here on a heat up than anything else. So she's going to just lift up the veil of what she's going to present on the summit. So stay tuned and don't leave Facebook and Instagram, because we will keep on informing you all about it. So I'll call Tânia. She's already waiting for us. Here she is. Hello, Tânia. Hello, welcome. Here she is. Oh, let me just take it out. I had something here, but it just left. So how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Sophia. And how are you? Is everything okay? Preparing the web summit?
Everything is fine. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Thank you for being with us on our live today. I'm sure that the ones that are watching now and the ones that will watch it later on, because we have realized that we have some digital nomads and some remote workers that they actually watch our lives later on, and they get some nice information, and the feedback that we are getting is quite good. So once again, thank you so much for being present. And here we have Tânia Castro. Please present yourself. Tell us all about you. Why did you decide to follow this way of entrepreneurism as you have? What kind of business do you have, and what is your prime interest in this world?
Yeah. So we started, and our group was based in accounting, regional accounting, normal standard for companies that were working and headed in Madeira, mainly regional, and the senior founder has formed the mother group in 40 years ago. At that time, there was some investment, but not really with the scale that we have been watching for the past 10 years, and especially in the last two, 3. About 18 years ago, and with the development of Madeira Swiss on trades that started before, and with the international and the virtual world starting to rise, we started to have a lot of foreigners, but also Portuguese that were abroad and wanted to come back to Portugal and interested in investing in Portugal, contacting us. And why? Because at that time we were already a consolidated group in financial, fiscal, and accounting, and they needed, besides that, other sectors of activity that they could work with, especially related to foreign investors coming to Madeira to develop business, or individuals coming to Madeira to live and work. And in the past years, a lot of residency, digital nomads, and the adaptation of all the other countries to the Portuguese way of doing things. Because we really understand a foreigner that comes to a new place to live, especially in a new country, besides all the fiscal rules and all the normal rules that they will have to adapt in a daily basis, they also need to know, well, I've arrived, so what do I have to do? Do I have to change my address? Do I have to change my driving license? Do I have to go to any health center to have access to a public health care? How does it work? Am I entitled to? What do I have to do if I'm from outside Europe, if I'm within European community? So in Portugal, like in any other country, there are specific rulings for foreigners that come and start to live or work in Madeira. Madeira is Portugal, so all the Portuguese rules apply, but we are an island, so there are several specific situations that can arise in an island that doesn't arise in Lisbon or Porto or even Algarve, that started, I mean, a few years before in attracting foreigners to live and to work. Our island, the first activity, economically speaking, is tourism. So we are very well used to receive tourists. Everybody in Madeira, you know, Sophia, they speak English very well. Yeah, and now we started to have several other foreign communities. Traditionally in Madeira, we had the German and then the British, but now we start to see French, we start to see Americans, Canadians, still British, but a different generation of British. While a few years ago we had the retired ones that who visited Madeira several times and wanted to come and to retire. Now you see a lot of entrepreneurs coming from UK, from United States, from Canada, from South Africa, coming to Madeira to work, to develop business, to use Madeira as a platform to go and to enter in the European market and also in other specific countries. Because besides all the advantages like the weather, the good food, the polyglot community that we have in Madeira, the good schools, we have international schools, we also have, fiscally speaking, very good double tax treaties with other countries, and especially with countries with which Portugal has common grounds, like Portuguese-speaking countries, and namely, we are one of the few countries to have that kind of double tax treaty. So it facilitates the arrival of new investors to that specific situation.
Fantastic.
Besides that, and in the past years, we are having a lot of interest from individuals, and I'm not sure, I think it was a mix. So between COVID, the war, and people starting to realize that the place where we live and work matters. So if we can choose a place where you can walk, where you can have nice food, the weather is nice, and you can raise your kids, or you can go and work for 1 year and then go to another country and explore, or when an island where you can balance the free time with the working time, because as we are a small island, you have a lot of time to do a lot of things, which in the main cities and capitals in other countries, it does not happen. I mean, if we have a traffic jam in Madeira, it means that you will arrive with 15 or 20 minutes in delay maximum.
Yeah, yes, that's true.
So, when we talk about this, especially in the big capitals, they see, well, that's not
What?
the
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. So
And we get already irritated because it's the traffic is taking quite a long time. Yes, that's true.
yeah, in the summer, I mean, you can work for 8 hours, go and still have time to go to the beach after the
Yes,
work,
that's
or catch
true.
a movie, or go to dinner, or do a walks. And this relates to the quality of life that people realize that's important to have. For the past
Fantastic.
2 or 3 years, we are having in Madeira and experiencing a lot of young couples and also young entrepreneurs that want to come to Madeira to work, to develop businesses, to raise families, and they want to check the conditions. They want to know how can they do that, how is the residency process, what to do with if they want to bring their personal stuff, how do they do that, what kind of real estate we have in Madeira, the taxes, how they process the taxes in the country where they are living and in the country where they will be living starting from now. So that's where we enter, and that's the kind of assistance we give. Since we can help the client since the beginning. So in terms of choosing the best option for the residency file, until the kind of visa, the kind of schools, the logistic for the personal staff, the real estate process we can follow. We are not real estate brokers, so, and we don't want to be. We follow the legal part. We advise the client about all the options, the taxes they will pay, the kind of connection then that they will need to have: water, electricity, gas, communications, the health system in Portugal, and the individual taxation, what they need to do to have access to more benefit in terms of fiscal system, individually speaking, because we do have a very good fiscal benefit in terms of individual for people that want to start working in Madeira and in Portugal. But also, we do a lot of corporates. So if they already have an established business worldwide or in a specific country and they want to continue to develop it, introducing Portugal in the company and in the activity, and then using Portugal as a platform to go out to other countries, we can also help them do that. We started with the accounting, we started with the fiscal sector, but then we evolved for all the other sectors that an individual or a company needs in order to do business in Madeira and from Madeira to the world.
That's fantastic. That's really well. Tanya said it all. That's really what one needs, regardless. Like I said in the beginning, if it is a tourist or nowadays, well, as Tanya also really well said, since the last 2 3 years, where we have seen an increasement of younger people coming to Madeira, looking for the good weather, but also looking for these facilities and finding enterprises or entrepreneurs like Tanya that can provide from A to Z. So they feel themselves comfortable, they feel themselves, let's say, acquired, but also supported. That's what we need when we go to a foreign country. And that's why probably they come for 2 3 months and then they have to go back because of the situation of their visas. It all depends, right? But then they decide to come back, even though they could go to another place. They carry on coming. Well, all together, education, allocation, plus the legal matter, which we are talking today, is probably the whole package that allows so many digital nomads to come to Madeira. So to you all, the ones that are watching us now and the ones that will watch us later on, well, this is what we are going to talk about also on our summit. Obviously, today it's just like I said in the beginning, it's just a veil. Tania's she's just releasing a bit of what her as entrepreneur does, what her company promotes. But then on our summit, Tanya is really going to give all the steps for you to get there. And
Yeah.
it's going to be very important for you to attend our summit. Well, stay tuned. You will be able to subscribe and to get access to our summit. Tanya is going to be there, and she's going to give us a very big picture, we can say, right, about what we
Uh,
are.
yeah, sphere. So I know that people really that they don't want the theory. They want how do I do it? So I will be giving in a web summit some examples, practical examples in Europe, outside Europe, in a strict country, in a very white country. So several examples so people can relate, but also I'm always available to answer any questions people may have. An additional thing I would like to say is that sometimes people think that language is a barrier. In our office, and we are about 55 people working here in several areas. Everybody speaks and writes in English, but also we have in each department somebody that speaks and writes in French, in Spanish, and in several languages, which are pretty common to have communities in Madeira already installed. So that's also something that I think the probable clients that or the people that want to come to Madeira, they want to know that if they go to Madeira, will I be able to communicate? So
Yes, the
that's
obstacle of the language, isn't it? This barrier of the language, and having specialized people and people that can speak several languages and can make themselves understand, and also can understand the communication of the client. That is, it's very appealing. So
yeah,
it's also a plus. For this company, I just put here below how to move, work, and invest in Madeira Island. This is more or less what Tanya is going to express or present on our summit. So it is one of our major topics for our Madeira Web Summit in January. So stay tuned. Thank you so much, Tanya, for being here with us today. It was very good, really. You gave an idea of what Madeira is. You gave an idea of what Madeira has to offer, what you also have to offer, and people just have to come to our summit, and then get more information. Thank you so much for
you're
you
welcome.
taking a
Yeah,
bit of taking a bit of your time to be here with us. We'll talk soon.
well, thank you so much, and have a nice weekend.
You
And for
too. You
for
too.
everybody that's hearing, please come and try us. So Madeira is a very acquired taste. So for several ages, we have young entrepreneurs and big investors and people that want to come and retire here. It's a very it's a place that it's very easy to be in love with. So
Yeah.
try.
It's true. It's true. Well, see you all next week. Next week we have another guest. We hope that you have enjoyed. Well, the ones that will watch it later on, stay tuned as well. We hope that you all stay well. Have you all a wonderful weekend. You too, Tanya. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
Sophie. Bye
Bye.
bye.